Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, Miles, so we're going to do some ultrasound on your wrist. We're going to put some of this on here first. Goop. And next we'll fly with our ultrasound head. I'm going to be going on the anterior surface and a little bit onto the medial surface as well. So I'm going to be doing that for 10 minutes at 3.3 megahertz at 0.8 watts per centimeter squared at 100% duty cycle because it's a chronic injury. All right.
Should I feel anything?
It might feel a little bit warm, but if you start to feel it getting hot or if it feels kind of achy, let me know.
Okay.
Are you comfortable there?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Wait, I'm going too fast. We're going to do some massage work in and around your flexor carpi ulnaris to try and relax this muscle to ease up on that pisiform here, which is putting pressure on your TFCC.
Okay.
So, have you had this massage cream before? It would have been used maybe in the clinic.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. No adverse reactions to it?
No.
Great, okay. Let me check this towel underneath so we don't get those nice pants all dirty. And you can just relax that arm. Maybe sit up a little bit so your wrist is, yeah, there we go. Comfortable like that?
Yep.
Great. Let me know if I'm pushing too hard or not hard enough. I'm just going to start out with some superficial effleurage, and then I'll work my way deeper.
That's not too bad there now. No.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a little thinner.
Okay.
But not painful.
Good. Okay, what we're going to do now, Miles, is stretch these flexors in your forearm.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but I'm going to apply what's called traction on this bone. So it should be painless over your TFCC when you go to stretch, because normally this is painful for you, right?
Yeah.
But what we're going to do is I'm going to just move this bone a little bit while you stretch. And so it should be painless. So what I'm going to do is have you actually stretch, not yet, but just like this, you're going to stretch.
Okay.
You should feel it along the front here of your arm and kind of along the side.
Okay.
And then while you're doing that, I'm going to be just sliding this out of the way. So there shouldn't be any pain. Let me know if you do feel any pain at all.
Okay.
And then we're going to go 3 sets of 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So go ahead and grab your fingers there. And I'll reach for top. And apply some distal traction to that pisiform. Okay, go ahead. And it might help if you straighten your elbow too. Good.
Yeah, that feels pretty good.
Do you feel that up along here?
Yeah, just a stretch.
Good.
But usually this is painful.
Okay, no pain in the wrist then?
No.
Good. Okay, so we'll hold this for 30 seconds. $28, $29, $30. Good. How's it feeling?
Good.
Okay, we'll do that twice more.
All right, Jordan, we're now going to work on some neuromuscular control. So similar to what we were doing before with the improving your extension, I'm just going to be tractioning the pisiform from the ulna. And what I'm going to get you to do is I'm just going to get you, when I'm doing that, to draw the alphabets with your hand as big as possible, okay, without pain.
Okay.
Okay? Because we're not too busy in the clinic today, I can manually do this, but in the future maybe we'll tape you in this position and we'll get you to do the alphabets.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just get you to start there. Any pain with that?
No.
Okay. Just gonna regrip here.
Sure.
Nice. Okay, Jordan. So before we move into our strength exercises, we're just gonna tape your fist form into a bit of distraction. So I'll just get you with your palm facing up.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put an anchor on here. And then just gonna pull around the mat. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Any pain there?
No.
You're getting a little bit of a traction there?
Yeah, it feels like some pressure on there. Yeah.
Okay, good. And then I'll close that out. I'm just going to come across the other way. I'm not cutting into your thumb here.
Nope.
Good.
Lots of movement there. Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll just put a little bit of tape over here just to close it so it's not moving around.
Okay.
How's that feel, alright?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I just finished closing out your tape job just so to make sure it's nice and sturdy, making sure that it I didn't go over top of the wrist joint so that you still have full range of motion.
Okay.
From our testing, we know that you're a little bit weak in flexion and also with ulnar deviation, so this movement.
Okay.
Okay. So what we're going to do first is we're just going to use this resistance band, and we're just going to do some flexion exercises. Just let me know if there's any pain, okay?
Okay.
And I'm just going to stabilize the wrist here, or you can actually, can you stabilize the wrist there for me?
Yeah.
For me? All right. So I'll just get you to hold on to that, and we're just going to go into some flexion. Okay, and nice and slow on the way down. Nice and controlled, trying to keep it. Any pain there?
Nope.
That feels good?
I think you can maybe be a little harder.
Okay, so I'm just
Feels
gonna,
pretty easy.
I'll just add a little bit of resistance.
Yeah, that's fine.
No pain there?
Nope.
Okay, so now we're just gonna move over to the door so that we can work on some ulnar deviation strengthening.
Okay.
And for this, we'll do 3 sets of 10.
Okay, got it.
All right, Jordan. So we've attached the band into the top of the door. So we're just going to get you to keep the elbow in close to the side, keep the shoulders back, right, setting the scapula. And we're going to work on some ulnar deviation. So you're going from neutral wrist and down, and
Okay.
nice and slow on the way up.
Got it.
Okay, and just stabilize the wrist with the other hand.
Okay.
Okay. If you have any pain, discomfort, just let me know.
Okay.
So yeah, stand nice and close to the door so that you're pulling it directly down. Okay. Try not to use your tricep there. You're kind of extending at the elbow a little bit. Feels pretty good?
Yeah,
No
kind of
pain?
easy.
Okay, kind of easy. So we can definitely increase the resistance. Maybe use a bigger resistance band, or we could just tighten it up a little bit. Okay?
How many sets and reps?
Oh, let's do, again, 3 sets of 10.
Okay.
And we increase that over time. We'll see how you're feeling tomorrow. Okay?
Okay. And make sure they do see.
Okay. All right, we're just going to tape your hand up just to protect and prevent the area from getting injured when you're playing.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to tape around the wrist here. Actually, I'll get you with your palm down for me. Make a fist for me, because that's what you'll be doing when you're playing. So this is just going to limit all ranges of motion. but should still allow you to have that range of motion that you need to play.
Sounds good.
How's that feel?
Yeah, I still got some, but it's definitely restricting.
Okay, because the other option is what we could do is we could just take your wrist into a neutral position.
This one feels pretty good.
So we'll try this first.
Okay.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to do some sport-specific activity.
Okay.
So I'll just get you to come over here. So what you're going to do is you're just going to grab the band here. And you're right-handed. I'm left-handed, but same idea. You're going to grab it with your right hand, and you're just going to grip onto the stick, and we're just going to do some passing so that you're getting some resistance, and you're just going to pass to me.
Okay.
Okay? Make sense?
Yep.
All right. Get you to grab that. And you increase the resistance just by being a little bit farther away from the bench there.
Okay.
And just progressively getting a little bit harder as we go. How does the tape feel?
Good. Yeah.
I got it. This will be great practice for when we play Mark and Peter in the ball.
Oh, here it comes. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool.
It's a good ice bag, eh? All right. So after all that activity and all those stretching and strength exercises, we're just going to ice.
Okay.
That should help with any inflammation that might have kind of came up while we were doing all that activity. And if it's kind of sore at all, this should help for a little bit. So we're going to go like about 20 minutes. It should feel cold, burn, then ache, and then kind of feel numb, and then we'll take it off.
Okay.
Go from there. Sound good? Okay. So usually it's easy if you just rest on here.
Okay.
And I'm going to just wrap it up so that it kind of covers the entire structure.
You want me to
there.
hold that for you?
So yeah, lift it up, hold that there,
Okay.
and I'll wrap it up here.
Got it?
I think she's staying, yep. So you can do this at home too. You don't need a tensor if you just want to like hold it, or you can even just rest it on the table while you're watching TV or something like that.
Okay.
And again, probably 20 minutes is a good number. But as soon as you start feeling it kind of numb, then you can go for another couple minutes, and then once it's
Okay. Is there anything I can do at home, or?
well, just because right now we want to try and keep you in that painless position where we do that traction, what we call that traction of that bone.
Yep.
We want to do that in the clinic just so that I can be the one doing it, or somebody can be doing that to keep it out of painful range.
Yeah.
So we'll ice you just for a little bit. I'll start the timer, and yeah, let me know if you start feeling any weird tingling sensations in your hand.
No, just cold.
Okay, well let me know, because as it gets colder you might.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Good. Half an hour.
All right, Jordan, reflecting on the video, what do you think we could have done better?
Yeah, well I think I just did it right now. One of the things that both of us did, I noticed, was a lot of ums and ahs when we were talking to the patient, to one another. So
I agree.
to sound more professional and to sound more confident, and I think it makes you sound like you know what you're doing a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of the ums and ahs. And I think that will give
put a pause in there.
a pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis would love that, actually. If we take out the ums and ahs, I think that the patient will feel maybe more trustful,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll also agree and believe what we're doing, and
A little
agree
bit
with what
more
we're doing.
confident.
Just because we sound more confident and
Yeah.
professional.
Okay, I agree. What's next? Exercises. There's that again. got to work on that. So we could have had somebody, or I'm not sure if we should have stabilized over the flexors. I think we should have stabilized more over the wrists so that we're not interrupting the flexion of, or the muscles anyways.
Right. Yeah, I would agree with that. And I think it's fine to have the athlete self-stabilize, but maybe just in a different way. I think you did a great job when we were doing the ulnar deviation over the door.
Mhm.
You cued me when I started to use my elbow too much triceps. You said, "Hey, be careful not to move to keep your elbow stable." And the cue to like keep my elbow in was good, and I thought helpful for not using my triceps and just using my wrist. So I thought that was great. And then the other cue during our functional testing, where you said when you were explaining, "Hey, you basically said this is a mirror image, so I'm going to be doing this, but you're going to be using your right hand, and this is what it's going to look like." And this is how you can make it more difficult by moving, your hand, or you can move further away from the band. And I think you mentioned that as well with flexion, not with ulnar deviation, but maybe that's something we could improve for the next time.
And I think we both did a good job just asking how the tape job feels, and also giving them another option. Because not one tape job's not going to work for everybody or every sport, so you have to adjust. And a lot of times in that first week, even with taping an ankle, a lot of athletes are coming to me and they say, "Oh, can we do this a little bit better?" or "This doesn't feel right." So everybody's a little bit different. So I think it's good to have a few different tape jobs in mind.
Right. Yeah, no, along with that, I liked how we asked, "Hey, how does this feel?" "Oh, let me know if I'm, massaging too hard." You said, "How does that tape job feel while you're doing it?" I think that's important to make sure that we're doing a good job, because we might think we are, but it might feel terrible. It might have worked, like you said, it might have worked for one athlete, or it might have felt fine on one athlete, but it might have been terrible. Even if you do the exact same thing, it might be terrible for another athlete.
Nice. So, Jordan, we did find it hard with TFCC coming up with some specific exercises. Do you want to explain that into detail?
Yeah, even though I've done some rehab with TFCC, I've had rehab for myself with TFCC, I think it's difficult to come up with a rehab plan because there's not a whole lot of exercises and and taping and stuff like that that's really, I think, very effective for speeding up the healing of TFCC. Yeah. The type of what it's composed of, the tissue it takes a long time to heal.
Yeah.
And so there's not a great blood flow in there, and so you just kind of have to wait and
almost to the off season before you can kind of rest it and really take care of it.
Right. And the fact that with our scenario, and it's happened many times I've seen, is that people are playing with TFCC injury, and so they're trying to tape or they're trying to restrict certain movements or restrict certain drills, but they're still participating fully. And it seems to be like there's maybe no pain or not a lot of pain during, but then after it gets kind of sore, or it's certain movements in the gym, it gets kind of sore.
So would you say that the priority goal is to protect and prevent?
Yeah, that's a great point, actually. I think that protecting and preventing is probably the best goal to address and spend your time and energy on, because, again, it's difficult to do anything to speed up the healing. You can protect by strengthening muscles in and around and making sure that there's strength in those end range motions that are usually painful with TFCC injuries.
And manage the injury so it's not getting any worse.
Yeah, I would say that's important. But again, it was kind of difficult compared to maybe an ankle sprain or another muscle strain. Those things maybe are a little bit more straightforward, and we know how to deal with those a little bit better. And we can do things, I think, that speed up the recovery.
Process.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Okay, so now we're gonna do some.
All right, let's just shoot the shit and reflect here.
Okay, how do you think that went, Miles?
I can't take this seriously. Oh my god.
What else would we do?
So with the TFCC, we kind of found it hard coming up with specific exercises, especially where he's in season. Like you can't let it heal. You want to add to that? Come on, keep going.
Yeah, I think that.
Don't tell me it wasn't recording.